this week's episode of Better Sports News. Chappie's back.
I'm back, and George is gone this week, so it's just the two of us.
Yes. So we are in the middle of March Madness. We are down to the Sweet 16, and this weekend will be the Final Four.
That's right.
And you're a huge Notre Dame fan.
Yes. If I was a little distracted, but Notre Dame actually just won. So we're in the middle of the Sweet 16. First game just ended. Notre Dame is the first team to go to the Elite Eight, so I'm a little excited. Grew up in South Bend. My whole family lives in Indiana.
So
diehard Notre Dame fan since birth. So I'm very excited. Although Notre Dame is probably going to have to take Kentucky on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough. I mean, they're undefeated. I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, I would still be rooting for Notre Dame because they're a great team and you're such a huge fan, but Kentucky, what do you think they're going to win?
Notre Dame's going to have to play the game of their life. I mean, let's face it, Notre Dame's they're a very good shooting team. So if Notre Dame happens to get hot, hits a lot of threes, there's a slim chance. But I think Kentucky's just way too good. I think Kentucky's going to run the whole gamut and go undefeated throughout the season and the tournament.
I think so too. I think anytime a team has a chance to make history like this, I'm always going to root for them, and I do think they're going to take it.
Obviously, I'm not rooting for Kentucky, but I do think it's going to happen. I mean, first time since 1976. These kids are talented. They're really good. I think Kentucky's putting on a show here, and I think history is going to be made.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to see that game. And they're talking about the coach maybe teaching NBA again.
Yeah, I think John Calipari, he had one little brief stint in the NBA with the Nets back in the day, and now the big rumor is he might go back and try the pros again. I think he might do it.
Yeah? I think he should. I think he should always take chances. I think he should go for it, and it's not like if he does it, it's going to be the end of the world. I mean, he can still have any job that he wants, basically, especially in college.
That's what I agree. I agree with you completely. I think that win or lose, I think Calipari is going to take that chance. His ego is telling him he failed in the NBA. So he can always go back and try that again. If it doesn't work, like you said, he's going to have his pick of colleges. So there's really nothing to lose other than he's kind of the king of the college ranks right now. But I think Calipari, this year or next, he'll make the jump.
Yeah, do it. Do it, Calipari. We're rooting for you.
That's right.
And opening day for the Dodgers is coming up, and tickets are already sold out. I can't get a ticket. I can't go.
Well, the fans are very excited, Phoenix, obviously, about opening day around here. And, I mean, other than opening day, it's going to be tough if you don't go to the games. Unless you have Time Warner Cable, you're not going to be able to watch the games on TV as it is.
You have to go to the game. I can't believe they're doing that.
It's very sad in this big of a market that you can't actually watch the team you love. Now, I don't really care about them because I'm not a Dodger fan. I'm a Chicago Cub fan. But I do feel for the Dodger fans here. They're going to have a great team. They're one of the favorites to win it all in the National League, and they can't even be watched
They have a huge fan base.
Yeah, they do.
Huge fan base.
Yep.
Speaking of the Cubs, that Chris Bryant, is he going to go to the Cubs or is he going to go to the minors?
Well, here's the deal. There's the big controversy of whether he goes to the minors or goes to the Cubs on opening day. If they wait 12 days, they gain an extra year at the end of his free agency. I know Scott Boras is making a big deal of this. But the Cubs also say that Chris Bryant has a lot to work on defensively. So the right move is to send him down to the minors. You get an extra year, let him try the outfield a little bit, come back in 12 days, no worse for the wear.
Yeah, I agree. I think he should definitely try. I think he should go to the Cubs.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm going to go back to talking about basketball again. We've talked about the MVP before, but I just think Westbrook's going to be it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it comes down to three players: Westbrook, Curry, or Harden. And I kind of switch every day who I think is going to win it. I think now, yeah, I do. I really do. I think Curry still has a slight advantage, but I'm not really sure. Westbrook, all these triple doubles, kind of making history. He's doing so well with Durant on the sidelines. If they make the playoffs, I think that's going to help his chances quite a bit.
I think so. And Westbrook, I think he's already on his way to make history. And now we're going to go to George, who interviewed Khalik on Team O'Neill. Now, how many jobs has this guy had here at Santa Anita?
Quite a few. You know, he's a beer vendor. He's a horse player. He works for Team O'Neill. I think he might be working this camera next week. He's kind of the jack of all trades, master of none type of guy.
Let's hope so. That would be awesome. So check out George and his interview with Khalik.
Thanks, guys. I hope you miss me. I'm going to have such a great time here at the Horse Players World Series. But before I get involved, I have a friend here is going to help me. Khalik Chambers.
How you doing,
welcome,
George?
man. Thank you so much.
Everything good?
Everything's going great. Now, Khalik, If you guys don't know him, he's a staple here at the racetrack. He's held like 573 different jobs. How many jobs have you had on the racetrack, man?
Too many to count.
One of his jobs I know is handicapping the races. Now, you've played actually in the NHC, in the National Handicapping Championship.
This past January.
How was that experience?
Rough.
Tell me about it.
It was a lot tougher, and you had to be a lot more prepared than I initially thought when I walked into it. But it was a great experience. It was fun to be around just some of the best horse players you'll ever run into in your lifetime, pretty much. So.
All right, well, this whole weekend, I'm going to be in Vegas at the Orleans. It's the Horse Players World Series. I'm going to be in the contest now, so it's the same format as the NHC. So what advice do you give me? What should I be looking for? What am I trying to do to make it, to try to get an NHC spot?
Well, the best thing and best advice I can give you is to be well prepared.
Okay.
I mean, study up as much as you can as early as possible, because it is not a tournament where you want to be on the fly the whole time, pretty much. And have your price horses that you really lock into, and then just pick winners. I mean, that's the key.
Really? Because, I mean, some people told me it's more than picking winners. You have to pick long shots. Is that really the strategy? You're trying to pick long shots, or is just picking winners good enough?
I would look for 1 or 2 long shots, but I wouldn't make it just my centerpiece of the gambling, because if you don't get the winners and you start like reaching for long shots, then the hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you can't get out.
All right, well, I know I love playing live, and I know you love playing live, but I think that tournaments are now becoming like with poker tournaments. They're really taking off. The camaraderie. I think that when you're in the tournament, you're treated like a king, usually by whoever's doing it. So it's like the future, right?
It should be the future for horse racing. Plus, it's a little bit of investment for a very high reward. So you can enter these tournaments for $40, $50, $100 and walk away with $10,000, $20,000, $30,000.
Wow. All right. Now, I know you have many jobs. You work for the Doug O'Neill barn. You work over here. You work over there. One of the things, you sell beer here on a Saturday.
Yeah,
the
Saturday
coldest
and
beer.
Sundays. The coldest
Let me
beer
tell
in
you,
town.
there's no colder beer than Khalik's place. But did you see that movie, A Day at the Races, with the Marx Brothers? When Chico Marx, he had like a little, like he was selling ice cream. Get your Tootsie Fruitsy ice cream here. Tootsie Fruitsy, Tootsie Fruitsy. And then people come out and say, hey, you know who's going to win the 5th? Yeah, I know who's going to win. This is like him. More people go for information at his beer booth than they go to buy beer. Is that right? I see it. You sell a beer, and then they go, who do you like in the 5th? And then you're like, it's incredible.
Yeah, no, it's fun. To have like new fans, that's the key, to have like new fans, and to have just the regular like horse players that come on the weekends, the weekend warriors, and just to besides just get horses, but to get advice, to at least get an explanation of why someone likes the race horse. Because a lot of people can tell you they like a horse, but they can't explain to you the rationale behind why they're going to gamble on the horse. And they get the whole bevy pretty much at my stand, so it's fun times.
Come to the track, go to a stand, get a free beer, and no, not a free beer, get a cold beer and some free information. You don't want to miss it. You got some beautiful kids. I know I saw one of them.
Oh, yeah.
An Angel. You got how many? 2 kids?
2 kids.
All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, George.
And wish me luck. Okay, back to you guys in the studio. Khalik Chambers. Let's go have a
Come
beer.
get some beer.
Let's go beer.
Let's go.
Thanks, George, and we will be right back after this.
It's right around the corner on HPQualified.com. It's the Lucky 7 contest. Fenix, you feeling lucky?
Oh, I'm feeling so lucky anytime it comes to horse racing.
I love it. This contest is one of a kind. They started in 2008, and it's the Lucky 7 contest with 3 rounds. Now, in the first round, it's called the Lucky 7 contest, right? Why?
Because 7 lucky winners are going to win cash prizes in the first round.
That's right. So 7 winners in the first round will get cash prizes. Then 50%, the top half, will move on to round 2. And in round 2, it's the Lucky 7 contest because?
Because 7 lucky winners will win cash prizes in the second round.
That's right. And then in that second round, the top 50%, or half the field, will move on to round 3, the big round. And in round 3, it's the Lucky 7 contest because?
Cash prizes, and they will win chances to enter other tournaments.
Yes,
right,
great
right?
tournaments like the Win Contest, the Horse Players World Series, and of course the Players Challenge. So the only way to play in round 2 and in round 3 is to enter in round 1. You can't buy your way into round 2 or 3. So it's a very cool contest. You buy one entry fee into round 1, and you can play in all 3 rounds for cash prizes in each round and entries in the final round. It's the Lucky 7 contest. There's feeders all the time to get into that contest. And where can they play that contest?
They can be Lucky 7 at hpqualified.com.
Welcome back to Better Sports News. And before we get into my favorite segment, horse racing, Fenix, why don't you tell the folks how they can get a hold of us?
Please, you can always get a hold of us. Any comments or questions or anything you guys want to see, bettersportsnews@gmail.com. You can also like our Facebook fan page, and please subscribe to the show.
Now let's talk a little horse racing.
Yes, Dubai, the richest race any horse can run on.
That's right. That's right. This Saturday, $10 million, Dubai World Cup. Our boy California Chrome shipped over, and he's going to be the favorite in the big race. What do you think?
Oh, I love California Chrome. I'm rooting for him. I think he has a great chance of winning. I really do.
I really do too, and I think it's either going to be California Chrome or Leah, but I think it's California Chrome's race to lose. The only thing I worry about here is a lot of times horses, when they ship, make that long trip, when they come back, they're never quite the same horse. That worries me.
Oh, well, that is really scary because you know California Chrome loves to run, and he's just such a wonderful horse. He's a people's horse.
That's right. That's right. That's the main thing, is because of the fans. He's the Kentucky Derby winner. You know, he's got a huge following. We need those horses to run. We need them to run back here, especially in Southern California. So I understand that they're shipping. That's a lot of money to race for, but we want to make sure Chrome comes back and keeps that fan base and runs for another year or two. It's huge for the sport.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep my eyes on the sky, and he's going to do great. He loves running. He'll love Dubai, and
Yep.
he'll come back here and just blow us all away like he always does.
Hope so.
Yes.
Now, what about the Santa Anita Derby?
The Santa Anita Derby. It's here. It's going to be here, and it's going to be huge. This place is going to be packed.
It's going to be great. There's going to be a big thing going on in the sports book, in the chandelier room. There's going to be a concert out in the infield. Now, I'm not sure about this concert. Have you heard about this at all?
I think this concert is going to be perfect. We have mariachi music and metal music. What are they called?
It's metalachi, I guess.
What? That's going to be perfect.
Whatever floats your boat. But I'll tell you
gotta
what,
go.
it's
You
going
gotta
to.
go.
The best thing about it is Derby fever all over again. I mean, this place is going to be packed. This is the West Coast prep for the Kentucky Derby, the Santa Anita Derby. Dortmund coming back. Bob Baffert's loaded. It's going to be an unbelievable race. Ocho might come here now. Obviously, it's Dortmund's race to lose.
Yeah. And also, come check us out at the Gallop Out, where I will be there all day watching the horses race and galloping out.
Yeah, the crowd is going to be insane, folks. We need you to come out. We need you to watch the Santa Anita Derby. It's going to be something to behold, and I think Dortmund's going to win and be maybe the favorite for the Derby. If not, I still am sticking with American Pharoah, but I think those are 1-2. Of course, Bob Baffert trains both of them.
Yes.
He's loaded once again.
I think I'll go with American Pharoah.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, let's get into your pick 5.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pick 5 this Saturday. Now, last Saturday, I was 4 for 4. Unfortunately, I lost the 5th leg. That's okay. Then we're going to hit it this week. So
Let's do it.
Let's go into race 1 here. First race, I'm going to hit my favorite button, the all button. It's a small field, 7-horse field. I kind of think 5 of the 7 horses are kind of the same horse, so I don't want to leave the other 2 out, so I'm going to use the all button in the first race. So we will be 1 for 1, Fenix.
Okay.
Race number 2, I'm going to hit the all button again, folks. So we're going to be 2 for 2.
Man.
All. Now,
All with all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is a 6-horse field. I think it's very evenly matched. So I know we're buying 2 races, but sometimes you got to get a little lucky to hit something big. Ask John Mann. We almost hit something big a few weeks back with a couple all buttons. So right there, we're 2 for 2 automatically. So we go into race 3. I'm going to go 3 deep here. This is a maiden 30 race. I'm going to go 3, 7, 8. I think that Domingo Cat for Doug O'Neill. He fits well here. He's 3-1 morning line. Sterling Wager for Adam Kitchingman, sticking at this or dropping a level. I think he fits as well. And then Coach John on the outside for Blake Heap. I think this is Coach John. That's
Coach
right.
John.
I think it's kind of a 3-horse race here. So we're going to be all by 3 in the first 3 legs. So moving on to race 4, this is the allowance optional claiming down the hill. This is something I don't like to do. I'm going to single the rail. And I'm not a big fan of the one position down the hill because they take that sharp right turn after they break. But I think Anniversary Kitty fits here very well. So I'm going to go against, usually I like outside posts down the hill. I'm going to go against what I usually say, and I'm going to single the 1 horse in leg 4.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So then if we get to the 5th leg, folks, which we will, I'm going to go 2 deep here. 6 and 8. This is a maiden special weight. First time starter. I don't have the workout reports on me, but the 6 horse is Ain't She Pretty for Jerry Hollendorfer. He only strikes 28% first time out, so we're going to use the Hollendorfer horse. And then in the 8 horse, Codacious. Big, huge jockey switch here from Joe Steiner to Rafael Bejarano. Now, Bejarano did go down today. A horse, nothing wrong. A horse got a little exhaustion from the heat. Fell. Bejarano was off all his mounts, so we'll keep an eye on that. So I'm not sure Bejarano will be off. But horse got back up. They threw a little water on him. He was fine. But Bejarano complained a little soreness and was off all his mounts. So I'm not sure he's going to be on, but we will keep an eye on that. But I'm still going to go two deep here. So $126 ticket, folks. I know that's a little expensive, but you don't have a ticket this week. George is in Vegas. I figure I'll combine all the funds here and go $126. Let's get lucky.
Let's get lucky.
That's
And
right.
you know what? Actually, my dad was here watching us film last week, and he followed some of your pick 5. He did pretty well on Saturday.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Well, let's hope we can make the folks lucky, and let's hit one big. So we'll have a little seed money for next week for the Santa Anita Derby.
Oh, yeah. Little seed money, a lot of seed money.
That's right.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week on Better Sports News.
See you next week.
Ciao.